Hello guys, BeanoSage here, and today is my first ever video on my YouTube channel. And today, for my first ever video, I'm going to be talking about the anime Angel Beats, which came out in spring of 2010. Now, why am I talking about such an old anime, you might be wondering? And it's mainly because I just got done watching Angel Beats for the first time. And yes, I know I'm super late to the party, but who cares? I'm going to talk about it anyway. But if you like what you see, and you want more, then make sure to subscribe and like for the video for more content like this and any type of support is appreciated. But anyway, let's get started. So the story of Angel Beats is about a group of teens who refuse to move on to the afterlife because of things that happened during the time they were alive, preventing them from making peace with themselves. The anime features a good cast with each of them getting a fair amount of screen time, and we have a few main characters, yes, few and characters, yes, I know. And our main characters are Yuzuru, Yuri, Hinata, Kaneda, and yes, best girl. Yes, best girl. No, don't even at me. Best girl, you. And with a good supporting cast to boot, which is a big amount of supporting cast. But unlike other animes, the supporting cast actually has the same amount of screen time and impact as much as the main characters, except certain scenes. But furthermore, still a lovable cast through and through. Now the anime takes place in a high school, only takes place in a high school. It never strays away from the high school, which some people think this is a flaw, but there's a really good job at building the world of Angel Beats and the atmosphere, as well as building the characters as well, which is a pretty good thing considering it only takes place in a school. Now let's get to the gist of the video. Why do I think Angel Beats is a special anime in its own right? I find it appropriate to talk about it since it's almost been like 10 years since it aired, but I still see people talking about it even after it finished airing. When I watched it, I was laughing at the beginning and crying towards the end, mainly because when it came to comedy it was there, and when it came to sad scenes it hit hard like a truck. But all in all, it was a good ride, never trying to be too edgy and not trying to be too funny, which most animes these days struggle with. The anime ran from April 3rd, 2010 all the way to June 2010, ending with 13 episodes and 2 OVAs. One came out in like 2010 and one coming out in 2015 recently. But a pretty short anime for what it was trying to do. But originally it was supposed to have around 26 episodes, but the creator thought it wasn't going to do as good as it did, but he was wrong. For having 13 episodes, it does suffer from some rushing, and some of the characters don't even get backstories. And they are gone by like the 10th episode, which is kind of sad because I wanted to know more about some of the characters, but it's soon made up by the sheer emotions towards the end and the conclusion. Most animes try to recreate what Angel Beats did in the same amount of episodes, but most can't create the journey Angel Beats gave to its fans, and some may have came close but hasn't hit the sweet spot. The soundtrack also helps with its emotions and the world building of Angel Beats, mostly because of the fact that the music plays such a huge part for the anime, which is combined with the emotional scenes to make sure you feel the sadness. Now, I did in fact cry happy tears at one, if not my favorite scene of the anime, which is Yu's goodbye, which made me cry so bad that I had to stop the anime and just sit. But I never had an anime scene hit me so hard, along with the soundtrack that plays with it also hits the nail on the coffin. Now, what I'm trying to say is Angel Beats is important for anime history, from its beautiful visuals and soundtrack and world building and character interactions and emotions put into it. And I think some anime shouldn't try to be similar to Angel Beats and be the next Angel Beats. I'm saying that what Angel Beats did to current anime is important. And if you ask any huge anime fan what is their top 10 or top 20 favorite anime, probably Angel Beats are in there, in that list somewhere. And I also think, you is best girl in this decade. Don't at me, I'm just saying best girl, top one. Don't at me. Now Angel Beats might be a forgotten anime to some, but the Angel Beats community is still alive and thriving surprisingly for an anime that came out almost 10 years ago. The community is still alive, like it's still airing, and that goes to show how much impact Angel Beats had. And in my opinion, Angel Beats is one of the best animes, you know, and important animes we had this decade. And I don't think we might have, or probably won't ever get anything similar to Angel Beats probably down the line, and probably might have something better. But during the 2010s all the way up to like 2019, Angel Beats if is one of the best animes we had this decade. Now I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. For my best girl Yui, you know, she always will be best girl. But anyway guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.